It's time to digivolve. Yes, that ripoff of Pokemon, which in turn was a ripoff of Digimon. Digimon is the story about 7 kids, which become 8, who travel to a world similar to ours but different, called the Digital World. And when I say similar, I mean god-awfully different. How different? Well, this world is filled with monsters. Now, if you're a fan, you don't need to hear this because you probably heard it said hundreds of times. But if you're curious, just type in Digimon and do a bit of searching. Heck, that's what the internet was made for. But what about me? What is it about Digimon which I like? Well, for starters, when I was young, I was into Pokemon, yes, and I'll talk about that a bit later, but when Pokemon was out, there was a whole hype, you know, yeah, Pokemon, but then check out this show, it's Digimon, and you're like, really? Oh, I bet it's going to be a Pokemon rip-off, and no, for some reason, it's actually, believe it or not, it's actually what I thought Pokemon was going to be. When I saw Pokemon advertised, there was a scene with Charmander and Haunter, that scene from the Hidden Mansion, and I thought, oh, this is going to be kind of like a house full of monsters and Ash is just going to not travel, but then he travels. So, yeah, I have no idea why I said that, because that's the same with Digimon. But the thing with Digimon is that it felt more like adult, so to speak. But I'm going to talk about a few little things about Digimon. Like, I bet you're wondering what my favourite Digimon is. Well, I don't really have a favourite, but if you pressed me, I'd have to give you 2 answers at the moment. First is Ikakumon. Now, why Ikakumon? Well, if you think about it, now Ikakumon is the champion level version of Gomamon. Now, in the series, Gomamon was like the butt monkey. You know, all the other rookies, which are like the second or third stage of the Digivolution tree, he was like crap. I mean, sure, he was kind of a smart aleck, but all he had was a stupid fish attack. But then he became Ikakumon. When I saw Ikakumon, I was like, oh yeah, this guy is cool. And personally, another reason why I like him, which is probably, you might think it's a silly reason, but if you see Ikakumon, you want Ikakumon with you. He looks so snuggly and you just want to hug him. And if anybody calls you gay, Harpoon Torpedo. So, there is another Digimon, however, from the original series, which I also like. But this is it's been a long time since I've seen the series, so this is just from what I remember. Davidramon. Now you're wondering, why? Well, if you think about it, most villains, sooner or later, get defeated. Not with Davidramon. Davidramon, as far as I know, wasn't really defeated. Sure, if I recall, they kinda defeated him, but Gatomon summoned more Davidramon. By the way, this was when Gatomon was a bad key. Oh, and sorry, spoilers, by the way. Anyway, back to Davidramon. Davidramon is the only Digimon which wasn't fully defeated by the kids. However, when they went back to the castle, because Gatomon was in the real world at the time, the Davidramon statues didn't come alive. And if you're wondering about, there's another Digimon which is kind of the same, called Skullgreymon. Why don't I class that with the Digimon for Digimon which are kind of evil, which actually didn't really get their comeuppances? Well, the thing is, Skullgreymon is a part of Agumon, so you can't really say that, you know. Well, I've lost my train of thought, but you guys, if you're the fans, you know what I'm going on about. And if not, then, dude, please watch it. And if you are fans, this next part is for you. Now, with Digimon, there is one thing which everybody knows about. How messed up it is, in a sense, you know. Like, they keep bringing out these new ideas, you know, like, they change the roster, they incorporate new ideas, and I'm willing to go for most of them, but there's one which I really don't like, which is I think it's the 4 series, where they don't have Digimon partners, they become their Digimon partners. To me, the whole idea of Digimon and partners is the core work. You can do whatever you want with the premise, but at least keep Digimon and partners, because to me that's how it works. However, I've got a sister with a different view. She doesn't like the one with Marcus in because the character design makes them look more adult and they got jobs. No, my sister's white as well, and sorry if that sounded racist. I don't mean to be. I'm just an idiot. A moron. How much do I have to grovel to make you like me? Well, anyway, say what you will about the series of Marcus in. Marcus, now this is a big thing, and you have to know about the latest incarnation, Cross Wars, but Marcus punches Venomyotismon. Not only that, he causes a domino effect and takes out a few more Venomyotismons. Now, Venomyotismon is a big guy. He's like massive. So, for someone like a human, bare-fisted, knocking out a behemoth, why isn't that particular Digimon series being dubbed right now? Come on, I want to see Marcus punch Venomyotismon dubbed, because it's like, you can't go wrong unless you edited it out entirely. But I don't think they'll do that, and if they do, I will cut them. Nah, I won't. Well, that's Digimon. If I think of anything else, I might post another video, Digimon 2, but this is all the stuff I can think of at the moment.